Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and we're going to talk about, oh man, not a tempest in a teacup, a tempest in an arena. Man, there is a storm brewing online. The internet is melting with a specific group of people who are highly upset with Hasbro over Dungeons & Dragons, all right? And the internet is just bristling with these sharp videos of complaint from one specific group online, right? And I just want to talk about it. So let's talk about what got us here, okay? So people definitely upset with Hasbro over Dungeons & Dragons. What is it? One D&D, right? So one D&D was like, first of all, these are all the things that led up to this one particular group of people being upset, and I'll tell you what that group is in 1 minute. So this is all the things that happened. One, Hasbro came out and said, hey, we ain't thinking about, there's never gonna be a new edition of Dungeons & Dragons, and it's just Dungeons & Dragons now. We're bringing peace to everybody. And this group of people, they were like, how dare you even suggest that peace should be here? Do not like, the edition wars are my playground, and if you take away editions, how am I going to hate other people, right? Like, and so this group was just furious, and even the idea of the edition wars, even the suggestion that the edition wars would be over, and they got the D&D community come along and say flat out, we reject peace. We reject any idea of there not being another number that we can slay people figuratively over, and that we can spread hate and division over. How dare you attempt peace? How dare you attempt to end the edition wars? And I'm telling you, man, this is going to be going down, and this is going to go down in history. We had a moment where we all could have seized peace, and collectively at the 51% level, the D&D community said, reject the edition wars rage. Hand me my axe, right? And it was my figurative axe. And so that was one, right? What happened next? I'll tell you what happened next, right? Cynthia Williams said Dungeons & Dragons is under-monetized, right? And people were like, oh my goodness, you made $1 billion. Like, put the finger up to your lip, right? Just like Dr. Evil. 1 million. They were like, you made $1 billion. How dare you try to make more than $1 billion? Why don't you just stay small and have the garage product energy of every OSR? How dare you have actually good books? How dare you have full art? How dare you have professionally written books? How dare you make people famous for their work on Dungeons & Dragons and allow them to sign on to immediately for any project they ever want to do in TTRPGs forever? How dare you be awesome? Why can't you just suck like every OSR product? How dare you? It's like that. So that happened, right? People were like, how dare you want more than $1 billion? Yes, we know that junk crap app Candy Crush stole for $4 billion, but D&D is not allowed to make more than $1 billion? Under-monetized, my butt. How dare you try to scale to be an actual global company? Oh my gosh. So this is all. And then also the survey. They're like, ooh, this survey is not scientific, and that's not a joke. There's literally some dude out there going, y'all didn't use the scientific process on your data, like on your data sample, and you're like, are we really debating on whether this is a game anymore? There are people asking for scientific accuracy on data samples for a playtest, right? Like, there's still people in this world pretending that Dungeons & Dragons is a game. Like, it's so absurd, right? So all of this came together to make one group of people absolutely furious, right? And they have been squawking non-stop, right? Now, who's that group of people? It is old. They are three things. They're old. They're at the 51%. And actually, I think it's about 80 or 90%, right? They are old. They are, and that means 50 and up, right? And I'm old. I'm 52 years old, okay? Like, all right, but I'm not part of this group, right? They are old, right? They are men, right? And here's the last one. They do not season their food, and they put mayonnaise in casserole, okay? So old men who do not season their food and put mayonnaise in their casserole are highly upset at D&D's move forward, right, to a bigger, brighter future, right? And guess what? You don't think I'm right? Guess what? Every single edition of Dungeons & Dragons has been a bigger, brighter future except 4E. And even that was a 6-year period that the game got through, right? And it even had its own joys as well, right? So the reality is, right now, what's happening is that old men who do not season their food and put mayonnaise in their casserole are very upset, right? Now, there's a few more people in there. Nerd Immersion, example, good example. He's not an old man, right? He is not old. He is a man, right? And he definitely doesn't season his food, and he definitely puts mayonnaise in casserole, okay, in my humble opinion, right? So he fits two of them, right? But he got that old man energy. And I know one of my favorite people in the world, it is a lost friend. I don't think I'm friends with this, but I haven't talked with him in like 3-6 months. So I think it's unfair for me to say they're my friend. A lost friend of mine, he was like 25 and had old man, doesn't season his food, puts mayonnaise in his casserole energy, right? And you could put anything in front of him, right? And you knew what his opinion was gonna be. Because old men who do not season their food and put mayonnaise in casserole, they all feel the same way generally. They do not vary, right? So like in pretty much anything, like they are a monolith, right? Like you talk to them, you're going to get the same answer, right? And that's what's happening right now. And I got a lot more to say on this, right? But that's all I can do in this video. I just wanted to put the frame around this, right? And they are all dustied up, man. They are upset, right? And they are like rolling hard against D&D because they all flustered, right? Like, and I just want to acknowledge it. I'm paying attention. I see what's happening, but that's the frame. That's what's actually happening, okay? All that's my humble opinion. I'm eager to hear yours. Let me know what you think of this Tempest in an Arena, man. This thing is big. Like, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.